Hey, this is Wilson with GuestGrow.com, and welcome to the second lesson of this course where we're going to teach you how to save 27% margins on your online orders for restaurant pickup. Now, in this section, I'm going to be talking about how we can help you create your menu. We're going to import your menu from your current restaurant onto this online ordering platform, and we're going to make it easy to navigate so that your customers can find the menu items they want, add the menu items to their order, and pay. So this is the visual checklist that we had in the previous lessons. We completed setting up the platform and the site, and now in progress we have the menu. This is a checklist for what we need to complete for making sure that our menu displays correctly. First, we need to plan our menu items with options. Then we're going to import the menu items with categories into the site. And after that, we're going to attach options, add-ons, and upsells to each menu item in case you have those. And the very last thing we're going to do is, with all of this data in our website, we're going to go ahead and display the menu in the tabbed categories, just like the Uber Eats and DoorDash platforms that we examined. All right. So let's get right into it. The very first thing we need to do is plan our menu. So I created this spreadsheet for you to help you plan your menu. Go ahead and click on this. It's also the link is also in the description below. And as you can see here, there are columns for menu item, the category, the base price of the menu item, and then there are up to 5 options. You can actually create an unlimited amount of options, and each of these options have a price attached to them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the menu that I'm working with. Now, this menu is from a pancake-based dessert place, and they have 6 menu items up top. But each of these menu items have options from these obenyakis here, which is the pancakes. They can choose ice creams and also choose toppings. And at the very bottom, they also have a selection of 10 drinks where you can adjust the sugar levels. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and break this down and put this into the menu planner. I'm going to put this back on my other screen, and I'm going to go ahead and enter each of these 6 menu items on top into these menu item rows. Okay, so here's the first one. Okay, and usually I like to separate my menu items or my menu categories by adding a blank row in between the categories. So I'm going to leave a blank row right here and then start on the drinks. Okay, now we have all the menu items in. I'm going to go ahead and put the categories of these menu items. So this category, I'm going to go ahead and put desserts. And then in the second category, I'm going to put drinks. Okay. Now, if you want to add additional categories, for example, you can generalize with the word desserts. But if you want to refine it a little bit more and have the option to refine these items a little more, you just add another category by typing in comma space. And then you can put obenyaki here, which are the pancakes, and then ice cream as well. Okay, so the second one, for example, can just be a dessert, but doesn't have an obenyaki, but it does have ice cream, so I'm going to put the ice cream category in there. This one is just obenyaki only, so I'm going to put the obenyaki category. This one is also obenyaki only. This one is obenyaki, and it has it's a burger, so it actually has ice cream in the middle. And this one is just ice cream. Okay. And these are all drinks, so I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this drinks category to all 10 of these drinks. And now we have all the categories ready, okay? And now I'm going to put in all the price for each of these menu items. I'm going to pull that straight from the menu here. Okay, and each of these drinks are $4.95 each. Okay. Cool. So like I was saying before, each of these menu items have options attached to them. For example, you can choose your flavors for each element within this menu item. So for example, this one, it comes with 1 obenyaki, 1 ice cream flavor, and 2 toppings. Okay. So the very first option is choose obenyaki here. Second option is choose ice cream. Third is choose topping number 1. And then fourth is choose topping number 2. Okay? And then we can, like I said, we can add an unlimited amount of options. So if you wanted, then you can let customers add even more toppings at an upsell. I believe this place sells 3rd, 4th, 5th, and additional toppings for 50 cents each. So you can put choose topping 3. And then the price would be 50 cents, for example. Okay? Each of these prices would have a 0 price tag attached to them because you already charge them the full price in this price right here. So all of these would be $0. It's just a choice. All right. So the second one, this bolo bao ice cream plus 2 toppings, the bolo bao doesn't have any flavor, so we'll leave that be. But they still do get to choose their ice cream flavor and their 2 toppings. So this first one would be choose ice cream, $0. Choose topping 1, $0. Choose topping 2, also $0. And then they can choose topping 3 if they'd like for 50 cents. Okay. Obenyaki combo, which is a pack of 3. All right. So that means not only do they get to choose the first obenyaki, but they get to choose a second and a third as well. So I'm going to put choose obenyaki 2 and choose obenyaki 3 here, all with a 0 price tag. Okay. Obenyaki single doesn't have, actually you can choose your obenyaki for this one, and that's it. Okay. Nutella obenyaki burger. So this you can actually choose your ice cream only because the obenyaki is already set to Nutella, right? So I'm going to put choose ice cream here, also at a $0 price point. Jumbo ice cream with 1 topping. So they get to choose their ice cream for $0 and choose topping 1 for $0. But any additional toppings would be 50 cents. So we can do choose topping 2 for 50 cents, choose topping 3 for another 50 cents. Okay. Then we have drinks. So for their drinks, they don't really have any options besides adjusting the sugar level. So for this, I'm going to put adjust sugar level, and the price is 0. But they do have a special here where it's buy one, get one 50% off. So for this option 2, I'm going to put add second drink for 50% off. And it's going to be at the half off drink price. So $4.95 divided by 2 comes to $2.48. Okay, so I'm going to put a $2.48 price tag on all of these. And all of these, and these options, these 2 options, adjust sugar level and add second drink for half off, are the same for all the drinks. So I'm going to go ahead and put, copy and paste all those to the rest of the drinks. And here we have our whole menu. Okay, so now that we have our menu planned, we're going to go ahead and import these menu items, categories, and prices into our site. For these options, we're actually going to do that a little bit later. We can't really import these. We have to do these manually one by one, but I'm going to teach you a free way to add these and upsell these on top of your products. So the next thing we need to do is go to the menu importer. So let's click on this menu importer link. I also put the link down below. And what you can do is start inputting the names and prices of each of your menu items. All right. So I'm going to go to menu platter. I'm going to go and copy these first 6 menu items and then paste them here in the name. Okay. I'm also going to copy these drinks and then leave a row on row 8 in between categories and go ahead and paste those. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention when I first opened this file is that I highlighted in yellow all the columns that are necessary in order for you to import these menu items without any issues, so that once you do import these menu items, they're immediately available to add to the order and purchasable as well. Okay. The next thing you want to add are categories. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of these categories here. I'm going to scroll over to the right till I see a little yellow column that says category IDs. Then I'm going to go ahead and paste those here. Okay. Let's go back to our planner and let's go to price. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of these prices. Then go to the importer here and paste the price. Okay. And the very last thing that's highlighted that we haven't done yet is short description. It's not 100% necessary. I think that if you already have descriptions for each of your menu items, you should definitely put them in. In this case, this menu that I'm working with, they don't have any short description, so I'm going to go ahead and leave those blank. All right. So what we want to do here is after we're done filling in all these items, we want to make sure that the rows that don't have any menu items are totally cleared out. So row number 8, the row I left blank in between categories, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that whole row and press delete. Then everything below my last drink, my original milk tea, I'm going to go ahead and delete all this data here. All right. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to click on File. I'm going to hover over Download. And I'm going to click on .csv, comma separated values. This is the type of value that, or this is the type of file that WooCommerce accepts. So we're going to go ahead and save it into a folder that you know of. Okay. Once we have that saved, we're going to go to our ordering site. So in order to go to your ordering site, you go to the domain that you originally had. Mine was orders.mrobanyaki.usa.com. And then to go to the dashboard, you add a /wp-admin. Once you get there, you may or may not be logged in, depending on what settings you did previously. I'm not logged in yet, so I'm going to go ahead and put my username and password here. All right. And once I'm logged in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left side panel, hover over WooCommerce. Actually, I'm going to hover over products and click on all products. Okay. You should have the one sample product that you put here, and you can leave that be. What we want to do now is import all the menu items that we just planned. So let's click on this import button right here. Then they're going to ask you to choose a file. Let's go ahead and choose file and go to the exact same place where you saved that CSV file. I'm going to go ahead and select it in my folder here. Then you want to make sure that this existing products that match by ID or SKU is not checked, because that's only for updating existing products. Then we're going to click on continue. We're going to leave all these fields be. These are all matched correctly. And we're going to go ahead and just click run the importer. Then there's going to be a progress bar of when your products are imported. After all of your products are imported, it's going to say how many products were imported. We did have 16 menu items, so that's perfect. And then there's a button to go ahead and view our products. Then we get to view the database of all of our products. All of your products should be in stock in green font. They should all have a price. They all should have categories that you set. And then if you want to preview one of these, then you can hover over the menu item. And then on the view link, you right click on the view link and then click open link in new tab. Then you should see the menu item. And as you can see here, there is a button to add to cart, and you can add that to your order. You can view your order, and everything here looks good. All right. So that's all we needed to do here for importing our menu items. The one thing that we didn't do yet, again, is I didn't import short descriptions, and we didn't actually input any pictures. So let me go over that real quick just before we end this lesson. You can go ahead and add a picture to your menu items by clicking on the menu item in your database. Then when you scroll down on the right side, there is a link that says set product image. And if you have the product image, you can go ahead and put the product image in. For example, here's a picture. And then after on the bottom right, you click on this set product image, and that image will upload. Then you click on this update button, and then your product should be updated. If you want to make sure that the product image is there, I didn't add one, but it should fill in this space right here with a default picture. Okay. Let's go ahead and move forward to adding the product options. So the one thing we want to do is we want to enable product options. And the way we're going to do that is install another plugin onto our website. Let's hover over plugins and click on add new. Then in this top right search plugins box, let's search PPOM, the letters PPOM. And the very first result should be PPOM for WooCommerce, and this is by Najib Ahmad. All right, let's click install now. After it's done installing, we're going to go ahead and activate it and look at the dashboard for this so that we can start inputting options. And the options that we're going to input are going to be based off of the menu planner that we just filled out. All right. So you can see here, it takes you to the screen where this plugin is activated already. Let's go ahead and click on this add fields link. And before we go ahead and add fields, I want to explain to you how the structure of this plugin works. So how it works is that every one of these PPOM meta groups that you add is a set of options that you can attach to as many products as you want, okay? But you cannot attach multiple sets, multiple meta groups to one product, because then they'll just overlap each other. So what we're going to do by looking at our menu planner is that we're going to create 6 different options right here, because each of these have a different number of options and different styles of options. So each of these 6 menu items need their own option group. But the good news is that for these drinks, they all have just the same options, which are adjust sugar level and add second drink for 50% off. So we only need to create one choice group, and we're going to apply them to all these drinks. Whereas for these top 6 menu items, we're going to do one group of options, and we're going to apply them only to that one menu item. Okay, so we're going to start with this very first one, and this very first one is for the specific menu item of obanyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my PPOM window. I'm going to click on this plus add PPOM meta group button here. And I want to name the meta group name the exact product that it's going to be set to. Okay, so this was the obanyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and click on this add field button here. There's only 2 fields that you want to input in. The very first field that you want to consider is this select input field. This select input field is a drop-down menu, and you can only select one of these, okay? There's also the checkbox input, where they show up, all the options show up as checkboxes, and you can select a multiple amount of options, okay? But since the way we planned our menu is you can choose one obanyaki, we're going to choose drop-down for this one, this select input, and we're going to title this choose obanyaki, just like what we did in our menu planner. Okay, we're also going to go down here to the top right and make this a required field. Then we're going to change tabs to go to this add options tab. And then for each of these options, we're going to put in the flavors of obanyakis. Okay, I know that we have 6 obanyaki flavors to add in, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this plus sign to add options. Make sure we have 6 options available. All right, so this very first column, like I told you, is the name of the obanyaki. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the name of the obanyaki here. Then you have the price, which is optional. Again, this is no additional cost because we already factored into the cost to the base product. We're going to leave this blank. Okay. Then the next one we're going to do is input this custard obanyaki. We're going to input the rest of these obanyaki flavors. And we're going to go ahead and click on add field. Okay, then we're going to save fields just to make sure that we saved our work that we just did. Then we're going to go ahead and add the rest of the options. Okay, so as we can see here, option 2 is choose ice cream. Option 3 is choose topping 1. Option 4 is choose topping 2. Okay, so we're going to do the very minimum we need to do right now by choosing all 4 of these options. Then we can move on to upsells later. So again, we're going to do this select input, which is drop down, because they could only choose one ice cream. And we're going to title it choose ice cream. Again, we're going to make it a required field. Then we're going to add all the options. All right. So these this dessert shop, I think they have 7 ice cream flavors, but they actually have they only have 1 ice cream flavor available right now, and that is the Cookie Monster ice cream. So we're only going to add that one, and on the bottom right, we're going to click on add field, and we're going to click on save fields again. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and add topping number 1. So let's click on add field again. On the top right, we're going to click on select input, and then we're going to click on choose topping 1. Make this required. Click on the add options tab, and we're going to start adding all of our toppings. Okay. There are 6 toppings available here from the menu that I'm looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and put the plus sign 5 times to make a total of 6 fields. Then I'm going to input all 6 toppings. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave all the prices blank because there's no additional cost for these toppings. All right. Then we're going to add in choose topping number 2. And you might be thinking, do we really need to type in all these toppings again? Well, actually we don't, because if you look at the choose topping 1 row, one of the actions are these 2 papers on top of each other. And what that means is that you can copy that same exact field into the next field. Okay. So I'm going to click on this, and then you can see that another pop-up box is going to show, and we're going to name this topping number 2, but keep everything else the same. Okay. So I'm going to click on add field here. And now we have a choose topping 2. Okay. Then I'm going to click on save fields. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to existing product meta. And the way we attach all of these options onto the Obunyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings menu item is that we click on this attach to products. Okay. Then there's page numbers here. I'm going to go to page 2 and find this Obunyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings. I'm going to click the checkbox next to where it says add, and then click on save. And then you should get a confirmation saying that the PPOM was updated for 1 product. Click on OK, and that should be good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check our work first. So what we want to do is we want to go to our products. Okay, all products. I'm actually going to open this in a new tab because I want to keep this window open as well. Then I'm going to go to my Obunyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings down here. I'm going to go to view, right click, open link in new tab. And now you can see that this has choose Obunyaki ice cream, choose topping 1 and choose topping 2. And each of them have their respective choices. Okay. How this works is that when you choose your Obunyaki, choose your ice cream and choose your toppings, and then you add it to cart, then you go to your cart, you can see that all of the options are added here. Okay, so it's $6.39 for the Obunyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings, and then the Obunyaki choices here, ice cream choices here, topping choice 1 is there, and topping choice 2 is right there. All right, so we're gonna do this for the rest of the products. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through this while you watch me do it, and you can go ahead and pause this video and add all of your options as well. You can also keep watching me if you need more examples on how to add options onto your menu items. I'm gonna move on to my next one, which is this bolo bao ice cream plus 2 toppings. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of creating a brand new one, I feel like this group is actually very, very similar to this Obunyaki ice cream plus 2 topping, but it just doesn't need this Obunyaki choice, okay? So another thing you can do now is actually copy this one more time. I'm going to click on this clone, okay? Then I'm going to edit it by clicking on the pencil. And then instead of naming it the Obunyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings that we just copied it from, we're going to name it bolo bao ice cream plus 2 toppings. Then we're going to go down because the only difference between these set of choices and the previous was that for this one, their bread choice is set already for the bolo bao. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this choose Obunyaki. The way we do that is we put a check mark next to the choose Obunyaki, click on remove. Are you sure? Yes. Then save fields on the bottom right. And then on the bottom left, I'm going to go back to existing product meta. Then I'm going to attach this product to the bolo bao product. Go to page 2. Actually, it's not there. It's actually on page 1, the very second option here. Click on the check mark next to add. And then I'm going to click on the save button on the bottom right. It's going to give you the confirmation. And then we can double check our work right now by going to our products tab that I just kept open. On bolo bao ice cream plus 2 toppings, I'm going to hover over it, right click on the view link, then click on open link in new tab. And now you should see it's the same exact options that we had before. You could choose your ice cream, choose your toppings, but you can't choose your Obunyaki because we deleted that. Okay, so this looks very, very good. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the next one. I believe the next one is the Obunyaki combo 3-pack. Okay, and for this one, we're going to go ahead and add field. And the beauty of this one is that all 3 of the fields are going to be the exact same, right? They're all going to have Obunyaki choices. So we're just going to make one of them first, make it required, add options. I believe there's 6 Obunyaki options. So I created 6 fields here. Then there's red bean Obunyaki, custard Obunyaki, Haro Obanyaki. I think I missed one here because this is the end of the line. Oh, I missed black sesame. Okay, so black sesame Obanyaki. Okay, I'm going to switch these positions. Then I'm going to add that field. Okay, so they get to choose Obanyaki 1, and we just need them to choose Obanyaki 2 and Obanyaki 3, which are the same exact options. So we're going to make a copy of that same one. The fields are going to show up. We're just going to change the title from choose Obanyaki 1 to choose Obanyaki 2. We're going to make another copy. And then choose Obanyaki 2 to choose Obanyaki 3 and add field. And so now we have all three fields of choose Obanyaki 1, choose Obanyaki 2, and choose Obanyaki 3. Then I'm going to save these fields on the bottom right. On the bottom left, I'm going to go back to existing product meta. Then I'm going to go to Obanyaki combo. I'm going to attach it to the Obanyaki combo 3-pack. So I'm going to click on the add with the check mark, click on save on the bottom right, get the confirmation. Go to my products page, the tab I already had open. Then go to my Obanyaki Combo 3-pack. Right click on the view, open it in a new tab. Then I should see options for all three Obanyakis. Okay, this is perfect right now. Great, so let's keep adding. So as you can see here, the Obanyaki single doesn't have any options. So I'm just going to go ahead. Actually, we only need one choose Obanyaki here. So we're going to actually go back to our existing product meta. We're going to copy this Obanyaki combo 3-pack. We're going to edit it. And we're going to name it single Obanyaki here. Okay. Then we're going to delete the choose Obanyaki 2 and choose Obanyaki 3 by checking both of them and then clicking on this red remove button. Then this one, it doesn't have to be named choose Obanyaki 1 anymore. It can just be named choose Obanyaki since there's only one choice. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the edit pencil on the right side of the row. Then the pop-up box is going to open and I'm going to delete the 1. On the bottom right, I'm going to click update field. And then on the bottom right, I'm going to click on save fields. Okay, then go back to existing product meta. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the single Obanyaki. All right, now we have the Nutella Obanyaki burger, which in our menu planner, we can see you can choose ice cream only. So let's go ahead and copy one of these that had ice cream flavor so we don't have to re-enter them. Let's go ahead and copy this bolo bao ice cream. Let's go ahead and edit it by clicking on this pencil on the right side. And then we're going to name this Nutella Obanyaki burger. And since all you can do here is choose the ice cream, we're going to go ahead and click on the check mark for choose topping 1, the check mark for choose topping 2, remove both of them, confirm it. And then on the bottom right, click on choose fields. On the bottom left, click on existing product meta. And then we're going to go ahead and assign it to the Nutella Obanyaki burger. Click on add, check mark, click save, get the confirmation, click OK, and there you go. Okay. This is the very last of the 6 menu items that we have, which is a jumbo ice cream scoop plus 1 topping. So what we need here are the ice cream selection and the topping selection. We're going to go ahead and copy something that has ice cream and topping already. I believe the same exact bolo bao has both of those options. And then we're going to click on edit for that copy we just made. We're going to name it the jumbo ice cream plus 1 topping. And then they can still choose ice cream, they can still choose topping, but we're going to go ahead and delete topping number 2. We're going to click on save fields on the bottom right. Go back to existing product meta from the bottom left button. Attach to products for the jumbo ice cream, and we're going to choose the jumbo ice cream, add it with the checkbox, click save, get the confirm. There you go. Okay. All right. And the very last product option we need to do are the drinks. And the good news for this one is that it's the same set of options. And then when we attach it to products, we're going to attach it to all 10 drinks. Okay. So for this meta group name, I'm just going to name it drinks. And then for the add field, I'm going to create a brand new field. We don't have anything we can copy from before. We're going to do select input. And this one is going to be for adjust sugar levels because they can only choose one sugar level. It's going to be a required field. And then for this add options tab, I'm going to go ahead and create 5 options here. Then I'm going to start at 100% and work my way down every 25% till I get to 0% sugar. Okay, so I put 100, 75, 50, 25, and 0. Then I'm going to add that field. So that one's good to go. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add an option to add another drink for 50% off. Okay, so I'm going to add a field. I'm going to put select input. The title, I'm going to put add second drink for 50% off. I'm going to make this required. And then for add options, I'm going to add all 10 drinks, but I add one more option, which is going to be none, in case they don't want the second drink. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add all the drinks here. The first option is going to be none for $0. Then I'm going to add in all the rest of the drink flavors here. I'm going to skip the price for now because I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to input it for the very first option, and I'm going to skip the price for the rest of the fields because I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste later. Forgot 2 menu items here. Okay, so I'm done adding all the drinks, including the none. So this $248 price, which is the 50% off of the drink price, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it to each of these price fields. I use Control C and Control V for copy and paste. Then on the bottom right, I'm going to click on this Add Field button. On the bottom right, I'm going to click on Save Fields. And then we're going to go to the bottom left and click on this Existing Product Meta. Then we're going to go to the options that we just made for drinks, attach it to products. Then we're going to choose all the drinks here. So there's the black sesame milk tea, grass jelly refresher, Hokkaido milk tea, honey green tea, horchata milk tea, matcha horchata. Okay. The one thing you have to know about attaching to products is that you can only attach to one page of products at a time. Okay. So if you switch to page number 2 right now and try to add those, it won't recognize all of the page 1 check marks that you did. So I'm going to go ahead and add all these page 1 check marks first by clicking on Save on the bottom right. I'm going to get the confirmation that it was updated for 6 products. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on Attach to Products again. And then I'm going to go to page 2 and select all the drinks from page 2. And we should have a total of 10 products that this is attached to. We can double check that by clicking on Attach to Products. And we can see that there are 10 entries, 10 products that this is attached to. Okay. Then we want to triple check our work by going to our products again. And then we want to right click on the view of any drink, open that link in a new tab, and we should see that you can adjust the sugar level as well as add a second drink for half off. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just do that and see how it looks in the checkout option. I'm going to go to my cart over here. And as you can see, I have the Obaniyaki ice cream plus 2 toppings for the menu price. And then I have this matcha horchata at the $4.95 price, but I added a second one for half off at $2.48 for a total of $7.43. Okay. So there you go. We added a bunch of options to our menu items. We have our menu items in place in our database. The very last thing we want to do is input all of our menu items onto a page, onto that menu page that we created before. Just to give you a reminder of what it is, it's this See Menu button here. I'm going to click on that. You can see that it's blank here, and we're going to go ahead and design it now. So in order to design it without knowing any code, we're going to go ahead and install another plugin to extend the functionality of your ordering site. Let's go to your ordering platform, and then let's hover over plugins and click on Add New. Then on the search plugins box on the top right, we're going to search for a plugin called Elementor, Elementor. I'm going to go ahead and put that name down below in the description as well. And the very first option should be the one. It's called Elementor Page Builder. 5 stars, over 5,000 reviews. A lot of people use this, and it's a free plugin, so there has to be lots of value here. One more plugin that we need here that's going to extend the functionality of Elementor Page Builder even more is this essential add-ons for Elementor. There's, just to give you some context on how Elementor works, when you go into the page builder, there are widgets that pop up on the left side. These widgets may or may not be limited to what Elementor offers by default, but then there are other plugins that gives you even more widgets to put in. And this is the one we want to get the widget, the exact widget that we want. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install this essential add-ons for Elementor as well. I'm going to click on activate for the Elementor page builder. And then it's going to tell us, it's going to give us a little welcome screen here. We're not going to mess with anything here. We're actually going to go to the left side panel, and under Elementor, I'm going to click on settings. And we want to check this disable default colors and disable default fonts. Then we're going to go ahead and click on save changes. I want to make sure that nothing else needs to be changed in terms of settings, and it all looks good to me. Then we're going to go back to our plugins, and we're going to activate that second plugin that we just installed. So under Essential Add-ons for Elementor on your plugins page, we're going to click on activate and make sure that's activated. All right. Then in order to start building the page using no code, we're going to go to, we're going to hover over pages on this left side panel, click on all pages. Okay, the page we want to design is this menu page. So we're going to click on menu. We're going to exit this out, and then we're going to see this blue button up here called Edit with Elementor. So we're going to click on that. And now you should see what I was trying to explain before. We have a bunch of widgets on the left side, and then we have a website which we can drag it into right here. Okay, so there's only one element we need to do here, and the element is called tabs. Now there are a bunch of different types of tabs, and the one we want is the one with the EA icon on the top right of that widget. Okay, it's called advanced tabs. In order to put this onto the website, all you need to do is click on it, hold the click, and then drag it into the page just like this. Then we drop it on the page, and then now we can see tab titles here. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to make this look exactly like the Uber Eats and DoorDash examination that we did. We want each of these tab titles to be each of your menu categories, and then within each of these tabs, they're going to show the menu items which correspond to the menu category. Okay. So to edit these tab titles to be the names of your menu categories, you can click on this content area here. Then to edit each tab, you're going to click on each of the respective tabs. Then there are a couple of things you can edit. You can edit the icon, which by default is a little house right here. And you can also edit the tab title, which by default, the very first one is tab title 1. Okay. So the first tab title I want is, I actually want it to be Obenyaki. Okay. And then if you want to change the icon, then you can click on this icon picture over here. And then you can start looking for an icon that you think best represents your menu category. For Obenyaki, I already know it's in the shape of a circle. So I'm going to type in circle here and try to find a circle that looks like an Obenyaki. And honestly, this is exactly what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and click on this filled in circle here. Then on the bottom right, actually, let me go back because I accidentally exited. Click on the circle. Then on the bottom right, you're going to click on this green insert button. And that now should be a circle. Okay. The next thing you're going to want to do is you want to display the menu items here. Okay. And the way you're going to do that is they have this default sample text for you here. You're going to go ahead and select all of it, and then you're going to delete it. Okay. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of a short code here. And it's going to be an open bracket. You're going to type the word products. You're going to type the word category. And you're going to put an equal sign with a quotation starter. And then you're going to put the categories of Obenyaki as well as takeout. Okay. So I'm going to put Obenyaki here, comma, space, takeout, and then end my quotations there. Then I'm going to do one more space, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in cat, C-A-T, underscore, operator, put an equal sign, open quotes, put A-N-D for and in caps, end the quotes, and end the brackets. Okay. And your menu items should show there. If, for example, you didn't apply the takeout category to this, then I would go ahead and just take out from there. And then now you should see the category Obunyaki here. These are all the menu items that are within the Obunyaki product category. Okay. So what I want to do is, since that was a little difficult for me to type manually, I'm going to go ahead and select this whole thing. I'm going to copy it by pressing Control C and save it for later use. Okay. I'm done with this Obunyaki tab. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up here, click on the Obunyaki tab to get out of it, and go to my tab title 2. Okay. And the second tab title I actually want to name ice cream. I'm going to click on the icon and then search for any icon that represents ice cream. That's perfect. I see an ice cream cone here. Then I'm going to click on the green insert button on the top, on the bottom right. Now it says ice cream with the ice cream icon. Okay. Then we're going to go here and we're going to select everything within this default text again. Then we're going to go ahead and type Control V to put in our Obunyaki products that we had, that we pasted or that we copied from before. Okay. We're going to go ahead and click on the ice cream tab to check to see what shows. As you can see, it shows everything within the Obunyaki category. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the category and we're going to delete Obunyaki here on the left side panel, and we're going to type in ice cream. And now you should be able to see that everything with ice cream shows up here. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on update here. I always like to save my work. All right. Then I'm done with this tab. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up. I'm going to click on ice cream to get out of that tab, then go to tab title 3. And this very last tab title, I'm going to go ahead and name drinks. I'm going to click on an icon and see, search drinks to see if there's anything, maybe search a couple other keywords like cup or mug. Okay, here's a mug. So I'm going to go ahead and insert mug here. Then I'm going to go ahead and select all for this text area, paste the same exact Obunyaki category, except this time I'm going to go ahead and change the Obunyaki category to drinks. And if you did it correctly, you can click on your drinks tab, and now all of your drinks should show. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on update again. And now this is exactly what Uber Eats and DoorDash looks like. Same exact experience. We have these tabbed menu categories, and when you click on each of these categories, the respective menu items for the category show up. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and click on update here. If it's grayed out, then you already updated. This is all you need to do. All your menu items are showing on your website right now. What we can do is from here, we can go to the bottom next to update. There's a little eyeball. When you hover over it, it says preview changes. Click on that preview changes button, and then you can go ahead and start selecting option items, start adding things to your cart, and play around with this. View the cart if you'd like to see all of your menu items. But at this point, all of your menu items should be here, should be tabbed and organized, displaying on your menu page. Make sure that your customers can get to it easily by when they click on the see menu link, they see the menu tab categories. That's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, what we're going to do is go towards online order payments. And this is what the checklist is going to look like. Our platform is completed, our menu is completed, and then we're going to be in progress for making sure our payments page is optimized so that it's easy for customers to check out, review their payment, and get order confirmation email from your restaurant. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video.